Hey guys, Joey from Keanmon. Today I have a little bit of a bonus battle. I know I haven't physically released this team yet in the How to Win series, but my first battle with them against Keanmon and Ubers was actually a really good battle, and I just wanted to include this as like a bonus battle. So let's get right into it. Um, this was a really fun battle. I knew he was gonna start off with his fortress, so I went right off the bat with Staryu. I was hoping just to like I forgot I had Magic Code on the set, and I could have bounced back those Stealth Rocks, which really would have made a difference later on in the battle. But it's okay. So there we get confused. We get Power Fusion. It hurts itself in confusion. Um, I knew Fortress was gonna come out, and then I sent a Staryu and immediately forgot. So it took 2 steps and forgot. So out comes my Kangaskhan. Obviously, this isn't going to be Mega Kangaskhan. This is actually a special Kangaskhan, so I'm running choice specs on it with Focus Sash. I mean, Fire Blast, Focus Blast. I forget what else. I'll go into the sets more in depth when the actual How to Win series comes out. But I just wanted to share this really good battle. So Soulrock and Seeking, and we'll play a game of like hide and seek. I knock off the Rocky Helmet, which is good. Unfortunately, I still take tons of damage with that. So I go back into my Kangaskhan. I kind of knew he was going to go for a switch here after this. So I knew Soulrock was going to come back in. I just didn't know when. So I go for a Focus Blast here, and I kind of reveal it. So I'm like, oh fuck, he's not gonna switch into Soulrock after I do Focus Blast. So I'm gonna switch out and go into Sidra, and then he switches out and goes into fucking Soulrock. So unfortunately, I didn't get Toxic out. So out comes Ferrothorn back in. I go for the Agility. I knew the switch was coming. I knew Soulrock wouldn't stay in against Border types. I go for the Scald. It actually does a decent amount of damage considering it's Grass type resisted. He goes for the Power. I'm really bulky on this Sidra. I got the Burn, which is great because my mom just texted me because Ferrothorn is really, really bulky. So he goes for the Gyro Wall. That doesn't do much, even despite my 2 times speed. Flash Cannon. So I'm just trying to like wither this thing away at this point. Leech Seed actually misses, which is great because it doesn't. It means I don't have to swap. So I go for Scald again. He's going for Leech Seed. He gets it this time. The Burn's gonna kind of like nullify the Leech Seed damage, so that's okay. I knew he was gonna go for Protect. I could have swapped here, but I was like, fuck it. Sidra's actually down on its health anyway, so it's alright. I know I could take it on next turn. I kind of thought he was gonna go for a Scumbag Double Protect here, but he didn't, so that's okay. Out comes Soulrock. I go for the Scald. I get the crit there, which is really nice. I actually have a Scope Lens on this Sidra. So out comes Carbink, and I actually carry Flash Cannon. So that's gonna pretty much destroy Carbink. He went to set up. He didn't expect the Flash Cannon. Even with the Leech Seed, that's gonna nullify the poison damage, but Carbink's gonna be out. So Sidra went on the verge of dying to putting me up 6-2. But then this fucking Glalie comes out, and if you guys know how I feel about Mega Glalie by now. So out comes Kangaskhan. I'm like, oh man, if I can hit it with like a Fire Blast, it's gonna be great. He's faster than me. So the Refrigerate return takes me out. Now I got Horsey. This Stealth Rocks is really fucking me over at this point. I thought having a War type on my team would come back to haunt me. And this battle actually didn't because they all resist Mega Glalie's attacks. But Glalie is now taking out 3 Pokemon, and I'm only up 1 Pokemon at this point. So I go for my Staryu. I know I could live a return. I knew it was going to be bad, and I go for the Confuse Ray, just hoping that this fucking thing will hit itself in confusion, and God, this thing is frustrating. So I swapped out Staryu because I wanted to save it for later. I knew Cloyster was going to have the Shell Smash set, and this fucking Glalie is just wrecking my team now. It's a tie game all of a sudden. The rain stops, so I can't take advantage of that anymore. Interesting thing is Horsey has Swift Swim, and there's a fucking explosion. So now we're down to our final Pokemon each. Yeah, but interesting. Horsey has Swift Swim, and then Sidra gets Poison Point instead, so that kind of put me over. Staryu barely hangs on with the Stealth Rock damage. I knew he was going to go for Shell Smash, so I go for the Confuse Ray, just hoping that he'll hit himself in confusion. Um, so he hurts himself in confusion there. Does a nice chunk of damage. I go for the Scald. It comes real close to killing it. The poison brings it down to 8%, so I'm actually a little bit ahead at this point. And he gets through confusion and takes me out. But that was a great battle. Really could have went either way, and I was really impressed with this team. At one point, I was up 6-2, and if it wasn't for Glalie, it wasn't for Mega Glalie, this could have been a how to win episode. But good battle to Keanmon. Yeah, it was a really close one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy this bonus battle.